Welcome back to the podcast with your hosts, Dag and Fotron Gamer XX.
Hey, yo,
Today,
what's up?
we have a special guest. This man has 12.8 thousand followers on TikTok and over 200,000 likes. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello guys, my name is Anup, but I go by H8Anup. My Instagram is Weezer. Thank you guys for having me here.
Yeah, no problem, bro. We love to have the celebrities on here, you know. Oh, shout out to Billie Eilish, you know, answer my DMs, please. Alright, so, hey, Anup, huh? What's up with that? Can you explain?
Alright, so, we hate Anup. I'm pretty sure you're asking why do we hate
yeah, why do we hate Anup?
Like, what did I do wrong? Like, I don't know. I guess, like, really, when it comes to people and when it comes to talking with them, like, it's more indifference. So it's more of an indifference approach to me. Like they don't see me as a person that they could hate, or they don't see me as a person they could love. I'm more like a indifferent, more in the middle. Like, I don't like to make devoted like relationships with everybody, but I don't want to make like relationships where like you have a grudge against everybody. Like, you don't want to be around me, right? But I'm like, I just want to be stuck in the middle. Like, I'd rather go unnoticed than noticed, either for the wrong way or the right way. So we hate Anup.
It's very mature.
We hate Anup, and we love Anup, and we hate Anup on Instagram. You can follow We Hate Anup. That's my primary.
Oh, yeah. Surprisingly,
you're just plugging yourself right now, bro. Come on.
Hey, this is the
We're supposed to do that for you. We're supposed to do that for you.
Opportunity of a lifetime to be on
your
I
know it's
podcast.
the podcast, guys. If you guys want an opportunity for lifetime, also, you know.
Yeah, just DM us
you might,
on Instagram.
You might be,
yeah.
And you might
I
be
really
on the
recommend
next
you
one.
guys go DM them. They're really great people.
It's a great career opportunity.
Yeah,
say
we can
Anup
start
brought you here.
off.
Anup sent you.
Yeah, of course. Alright, so first topic. Why did you start TikTok? Can you tell us about
why?
that?
Tell us.
Okay. So, it was like, I never had interest in TikTok until 2 weeks prior, until I started to actually download the app, right? I never had TikTok on my phone. I was just like, I was bored. It was like quarantine, you know? I'm bored. I'm bored in the house. And I see my sister, she's doing all these TikTok dances. I'm like, hey, is TikTok really that fun? And then she's like, yeah, it's pretty fun. You should try it out, right? I'm like, man, but I wanna introduce my own twist to it, right? Because when I'm a pretty boring person, right? I don't have any that much stories to tell. Like, everything I do, like,
you said you were a pretty boy. I thought you said you were a pretty boy.
No,
a pretty
boy.
I'm pretty boring.
Hey man, I mean, hey,
too, bro.
It's okay. You can put yourself out there. Oh, no, you can't. You can't do that. Never mind. Don't do that.
Nah, but I was thinking, TikTok doesn't have boring guys like me, you know? They don't have that monotone speech, right? Like, so I was like, what if I bring a new flavor to TikTok? What if I make the school project that everybody hates doing? What if I make that my motto, like what I'm known for? And I went and ran with it, and apparently it's paid off. I paid off a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, you're blowing up.
Yeah, like, it's been like what? How many? It's been literally 2 weeks, and you've gone up like from what, 8K to like 12K? That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, my first video, probably my most successful one, it has like over 300,000 views as of now. And
Jesus.
I'm just like, I was like blessed by TikTok. I was like, thank you. Like, I never thought I was gonna be like, actually noticed on TikTok. But hey, here I am.
Yeah, it's good to have your voice heard, you know?
Anup,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
do you think you deserve all the fame you got?
Oh, that's a good question. Most partly, I like the fame, okay? And I try like 25% effort, right? But honestly, like, I see other creators out there with like less followers, less views. I believe that those people that actually spend time and effort, like, they deserve more views than I should. Cause
I mean, you can't say you don't spend time and effort. Like, your videos look pretty they're well edited and they have good content. So, I mean, you could say it's just their fault for not having the charm that you have, you know?
No, I think the problem with fame and TikTok is that TikTok's really messed up actually. Like, not messed up as in like, oh, that's wrong, but like their algorithm is kind of wonky. Like, you don't know what you're gonna expect on your For You page. So yeah, I'm not a fan of TikTok. Like, I'm not a fan of the algorithm. I'm a fan of the people, right? They're really funny, but
the man of the people. That's good.
I like the community. I hate like the app itself because they don't know what's good and what's bad. That's the main. That's my main problem with TikTok. Because you see so many good like videos that like, but only have like 200 views, like 300 views. Maybe like you're there early, right? And you don't see it blow up, but it's just, I know a lot of videos go unnoticed.
That's true.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate, part of the entertainment industry. There's a bunch of underrated stuff out there. So, I mean, you can't say it's only on TikTok, but yeah, I understand what you mean. Don't you, Diego?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, same goes for YouTube, all that stuff.
Yeah, just like how you guys are underrating, the podcast right now.
Exactly.
Hey, spread the word. The podcast, guys. This is the podcast. You guys need to like listen to this with the family. Like, yeah, exactly. See, this is why we have you as a guest star. You understand. You get it.
Yeah.
A man
you
of.
Cannot have it any other way. But all right. So that's touching on the reasons why. Oh wait, no. Go ahead, Diego.
I just wanted to ask, what inspiration did you have when making these videos?
Oh, okay. So, a lot of people know it like from my comments, right? They always say, "Oh, this looks like a school project," right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I took my most inspiration from. Like, imagine if you're making like a video project for a health class, like an anti-bullying, anti-drug health class, right? And so you gotta make that video, right? You do not want to make that video, but your grade depends on it. That's literally what it's like. And so many viewers, so many of my viewers can relate to it. So that's what makes it so much better. Because if you see a video but you can't relate to it, like what's the point of watching it? It's just gonna be like a waste of time. So if you find a video you really like because it can relate with you, like you feel included, right? That's the main part of having a great fan base on TikTok, being included. So yeah, that's why I strive to be like someone who
Would you describe your fan base as great?
I think it's too early to have a fan base, 12.7K.
I mean, you have 12.7K people. Yeah. That's a lot of people. That could fill up that's like more students than we have in our school probably. Like that's a lot of people.
It is, but yeah.
And every single one of them followed you specifically to see more of your
because
content.
they want to see you thrive. So like,
I really appreciate it because I get people DMing me and like they're like, "Hey man, I really appreciate the videos. Like, keep it up." And that's what strives me to make more. Because sometimes I just thinking like, what if people get sick of it, right? What if like I'm just overdoing it? Like I have to switch up the flow. But like these comments are what keep me like going.
That's great. And we hope that's how it's going to be for the podcast also, because your contributions and your your enthusiasm to watch us talk about these dumb things is what drives us. So listen closely, guys. Come on, go.
Seems like a lot of thought went into making all these videos, huh?
Yeah.
No, actually, I think maybe. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a secret right now. I think a cheat. Okay.
Exclusive.
On the podcast exclusive.
Alright. This is the podcast exclusive. The cheat to getting views on TikTok is to talk about topics that people feel strongly about, right? My first TikTok, my most famous one, it's about Tyler the Creator, BTS, 6ix9ine, right? People either love or hate them, right? Either love BTS or hate them. Well, I mean, BTS is alright, okay? I don't listen to them, right? But I don't hate them, I don't love them, right? So that's where it cancels out.
You're indifferent.
But about the fans, there's like full-blown arguments, and like I was like, how did a 1 minute video cause all of this indifference and arguments? Right? I never intended for this to be. I just made it so like
that's so
right?
deep, bro.
Right, but if you look at the dark side of TikTok, right? This is the dark reality. Those arguments.
Keep going.
Those arguments are what make your videos more popular. More comments you have, the more TikTok looks at it and like, wow, I think this video is gonna be famous, so I'm gonna show it to more people who are related to BTS, like who like BTS or hate BTS, so they can see the comments, comment more, and that's how.
Yo, you're like thinking on like a video, like a 10,000 IQ. What are you like? Whoa, you are having a deep dive into this. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's why like TikTok's like it's not supposed to be life changing, right? Unless you actually devote. Yeah. Like I'm not making my lifestyle. I'm just doing it as like a fun hobby because I'm in quarantine right now. But
yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I don't regret anything I do because, man, it's been fun.
I can tell those videos are cracking me up a lot. So, I mean, I want you to keep making more. Yeah, wait. Oh, on that topic, what are you gonna do like after this whole quarantine thing blows over? Are you gonna keep
going? How are you gonna branch out?
Yeah. What's up?
That's a hard question because I haven't really thought about it yet until you guys asked me now. But maybe like
hard-hitting questions.
I think TikTok will become one of my lower priorities when I go back into school, because you know we're seniors now. We need to think about college, our future, right? TikTok has like little to no value for my future. Even though I enjoy doing it, it's like playing video games, right? Like, you play it.
I mean, but there's people out there. There's people out there who are like, you know, as soon as they turn 18, they like get OnlyFans and shit like that. Hey, you know,
you're gonna get an OnlyFans.
It could be a career. Are you gonna get Are you gonna get OnlyFans? That's their decision.
I respect everybody's decision unless it's like harming other people. That's something I can't respect.
Yeah, that's exactly how I
feel. That's really true. That's very true. But you know, congratulations on that though. You have your
big congrats.
I mean, even though you're not, you know, crazy figured out, you are most of the way figured out, and that's very important.
Thank you guys, thank you.
Alright, so, you know, we've gone, like, with, we talked about all your TikTok stuff, and, you know, but it's great that you have this TikTok gathering and these people to support you, but on the podcast, you know, you also need to, like, get into your, like, imagination and what you are, like, psychologically as a person. So, here's a question I propose to you. What would you do if you were stranded on a desert island for, I don't know, an indefinite amount of time and you only had to bring 2 things? What would you bring?
Okay, so 2 things I would bring.
Only 2?
I don't want to sound boring, but I would bring like a Swiss Army knife, and maybe a fire starter kit. Cause like
a fire starter kit.
Yeah, like one of the things you would find on eBay or something.
How are you gonna entertain yourself?
Yeah.
You know, like what's happening?
I make toys. I'm gonna make some toys out of sticks.
Out of sticks? I don't know. Like
when it comes to survival, like topics like these, the first thing I always think is, how will I survive the longest? Like, what are the essentials, right? I'm pretty sure everybody thinks about that, right? But I put that's my top priority, and like 50 spaces beneath it, that's where it comes into entertainment. What am I gonna wear? Like, how do I deal with other stuff, right?
I mean, you crashed out on this island with like 1 pair of clothes, so you don't really have to worry about what you're gonna wear.
Yeah. I'll go.
How are you gonna get off? How are you gonna get off? Your plan is to stay there, but how are you gonna get off?
Like, what if the world is still like spinning out there? You know, people are still going out doing things, and you're stuck on this island. What are you gonna do? Exactly. Oh, your TikTok. What if your TikTok fan base is like dying on you? What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
You gotta get back into it. You gotta get back into the content.
Alright. So, I'm not gonna write a huge help, like the huge word of help on the sand, because that's like that's too basic, right? You need something that catches the person's eye.
Exactly. Like your TikTok. Like your TikTok.
Make a TikTok.
I don't have my phone.
Yeah, no, you don't. I'm like, but yeah, you gotta grab the attention, like how your TikToks grab attention, you know. Yeah. Right. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Maybe I would make a really big fire, man. I'd set the whole forest on fire or whatever. Like,
what?
Dude, like,
yo, hey. This is 2020. Didn't you hear about the Australian fires, man? Be considerate.
Wait, it's a life or death situation. If I'm dead serious on leaving this island,
Yeah.
if my only goal in life right now is to leave this island, I am
Yes,
setting
sir.
the whole place on fire.
Oh my god. How is this gonna help you?
Okay, so the person in the helicopter, right? He or
Yeah.
she's gonna come along and see a huge fire, right? Like,
Yeah.
how did this fire start? Like, is
Be
there
a
somebody there?
wildfire. No, it could be
A
a
wild-
wildfire.
No, but
Exactly. That's what I'm
Someone's gonna
saying.
want to go near that, like for at least.
Exactly.
No, but
They'll
I
just
can-
let
it's
it
all
like
done.
deal
You're
with
gonna be
itself,
dead.
you know?
I
You're
would
gonna
scream for help.
Scream for
They're not
help.
gonna help you from like. How are they gonna hear you from like how many feet up? You know?
How about you
I'm
not
make
gonna hear
you make like a sign and then you lit it
Oh,
on
you're gonna
fire.
make a raft.
Yeah, I set the whole island on fire and then I leave.
What?
I do my escape plan.
Alright,
I-
what's your escape plan? You can't just say you have an escape plan and not say it.
Okay, so I go on a raft, right? And then people are
Yeah.
like, you're gonna expect like, where you gonna go? Like, that's the whole point. I'm gonna stay on the raft until people find me. I'm gonna take
What?
all my food, all my stuff, all my essentials, right? I'm like a portable raft. And then I'm gonna dip.
Alright, like
Sayonara, bruh.
take us
I do
on this
not want-
adventure of take us on this adventure of like building this raft, you know? How you gonna build it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
With the resources that you have. So you
Okay,
took
so-
the fire starter and the Swiss Army knife. We need
Okay.
those to come into it. We need
Army
those to
knife?
work. Yep.
is used to cut the stuff with like what? Like you need wood, like coconut leaves. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Anything that floats, okay? Anything that
Yeah.
helps float, helps my chances of survival. I'm taking it. I'm using it, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm trying to get off this island. I'm not trying to stay
That's
on
right.
it. I'll destroy the whole world just to get off that island.
Yeah, you can't leave your TikTok fan base hanging, bro. That's not good. That's not cool.
Yeah, my TikTok needs me.
Right, so you build this raft, you get the coconuts, you know. What if, like, after 10 days you don't find anyone?
Well, I give up.
Nothing happens.
I give up.
What?
What?
How you gonna give up on it's unexpected. I can't believe this.
Okay. So, if I still have the will to live after 10 days in the sea,
Yeah.
I'm a life of pie of this, bruh. I'm gonna do everything to survive, right? I'm gonna like wash up on a stranded carnivorous island. I'm gonna sleep there
Yeah.
for a few days. I see that the plants eat
Wait,
people.
wait, wait. How the hell do you just know there's gonna be a carnivorous island
Yeah, come on.
in the way? Come on, bro. This isn't fucking. I know you want to be in Life of Pi, but this isn't Life of Pi. So we're talking like you're in the middle of nowhere, and nearest land is like 3,000 miles away. Like
But
you gotta
Anup,
understand.
Anup, let's say you actually survive and you find
Okay.
land again. You find America. You're back in California. All right, you're at the
Yes,
shore.
sir.
But you realize everyone is dead. Everyone's gone
Oh.
except you.
Wait.
There's no more
Whoa.
humans. There's no more humans. Everyone's gone. For some inexplicable reason, everyone's dead. What are your
Oh,
three? What is the three things you're gonna do for the rest of your life? Like 3 main goals until you die.
Sit down, lay on my side and cry. That's what I'm gonna do.
Damn.
Man,
That's
That's
I'm not.
For the rest
I can't
of your
even
life,
do
come on,
anything. Like,
Can't even
I
make
got
any more
no-
TikToks.
I know, bro.
You're gonna watch them.
You stayed lacking so long. Your TikTok fan base died on you, literally.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's so
man,
sad.
Your
I don't-
potential fan.
man, I'm flying to Mars.
Yeah,
Oh.
hey, you could. You probably could.
Yeah, you have a lot of time to learn.
Like,
Hijack
there's
a
everything
spaceship.
there. It could be the thing where everyone just disappeared. Oh, have you guys ever watched the show, The Society?
No, what's about?
No. Alright, it's about these kids who these like high school kids who go on a field trip, and when they come back, all the adults are gone,
Oh.
and and like the whole like their town is secluded from the rest of the world, so it's just like at the borders of their town, it's just jungle, and it's their town. So they have to like form their own society, you know, ration out like the stuff in like the stores and stuff to see how they're gonna survive and stuff like that. But yeah, like if you're put in that situation, you know, like I mean, but in this situation, you're by yourself, so I don't know about that. Like, I probably sit down and cry too.
Damn.
But
Man, there's a lot
yeah.
of things you can't do by yourself.
yeah, I mean, at least you know you'd be able to think about your life real quick. Man.
Think about my life before it passes
Yeah.
by my eyes.
Zach, you need that. But okay, so the island questions to summarize. You said you were gonna get a Swiss Army knife. You were gonna get what's it called?
A fire
What was
starter
it?
kit.
Fire starter kit. Yeah.
Is that what?
So-
And then you were gonna sit and cry if the world was dead, which respectable. Like I respect that. So at this point, let's segue into like our next topic, which is just like questions about you. So let's get a general question about like what's the most embarrassing moment of your life?
Whoa.
Most embarrassing.
What's the
Think
most
about it.
embarrassing
Think
you've ever
about it
been?
deep.
Yeah, think
Into
about
the
it. Think about it.
crevices of your mind.
Man, you're really digging for gold now. Hold on.
Exactly. We need to know who this TikTok star Anup is. We need to know you. We need the viewers to know you. You know.
This is the
This is
podcast. Don't
inspirational
expect
content.
anything less.
Exactly.
All
This is the content.
Dude, okay, most embarrassing.
Yep.
I mean, if I did something in the past, right, and I find it embarrassing, that means if I find something that I cringe at when I was like younger, that means that shows myself that I've grown, I've learned better, I improved myself to not make that same mistake again. That's why I'm embarrassed at it.
Yeah.
Maybe the most embarrassing thing, it's not even that embarrassing. Like, I think it was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
I need to use the restroom, right?
Take us on this adventure. Yeah.
Preach. Okay, I'll explain it in really good detail.
Alright, yeah. This is what the podcast is for. Come on, yo.
We expect
I was
nothing
sitting.
less.
It was third grade. Yeah, we just finished our science section. You know, we're doing some cool stuff, right? And then I just get a sudden urge to like use the restroom, and then it's like the teacher, she's on a lecture, right? She's going on talking, right? And I'm like, oh man, I gotta really use this restroom. But like, she was a strict teacher. Like, she did not take any like BS from anybody. So it was like, should I really just say, or should I just wait? Like, just wait till it goes over. And then,
I think I know where this is going.
and then, yeah, you know where it's going. I just
No,
sat there.
keep going. This is
I
we
like
need the
raising my
detail.
hand.
We
I
need
like-
the excruciating details.
I was like raising my hand because I was like, man, I gotta use this restroom like really bad now.
Yeah.
And I just like I blank out for like a second, and I just feel piss coming down my pants.
Oh
And
man,
then-
that's the dreaded feeling, huh?
And the worst part was my teacher didn't even see. Like, she was on the other side of class, and I was just pissing my
What?
pants sitting there. I was just,
Nobody saw you.
sitting.
You're just pissing.
I was just pissing. And then I just emptied out my bladder, and then she sees, and then she's like, oh, you want to go to the office? I was like, yes, please. And then she's like, you know, if you ever need to use the restroom, right, and it's an emergency, just tell me. You don't need to raise your hand. And I was like, I just felt like an idiot. And then
That is.
funny thing is that, as I was walking out, my friend, he was sitting next to the door, and he just looked at me like, nice job, man. Like, not even ironic, right? He was actually congratulating me that I pissed my pants and I'm walking to the office. And he gave me like a
man.
broken.
Those are
Did what no
like
other man
lifelong
could.
friendships, bro. Come on. You need
still
that.
talk to
Those are
him?
that's the real shit.
It's the real homies.
Yeah, do you still talk to him? Like that's like
No, I don't.
lifelong friendship type shit.
You don't get
But,
together
you know.
and piss. You don't have the piss parties.
Like
Party.
yeah, bro.
I would. Fuck it.
I don't know what party you're going to.
Hey, you trying to have one today?
Only the
You
fun
trying to-
times.
Oh man, but nah. That's pretty embarrassing, I'd say. Yeah.
What about an embarrassing moment recent years, like last year?
Recent. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Uh, I don't know. Actually, I don't have anything I'm pretty embarrassed at.
Okay.
If there's anything I could have been embarrassed at, it was probably me saying some dumb stuff. But anything other than that, I feel pretty good about, you know? You can bring it up, and maybe I was like, oh yeah, I remember that, but not really anything I should be embarrassed from.
That's good. Anything you're proud of?
I ended this year with a 4.0.
Oh, no.
Hey, my man.
That's what's up.
That's good. That's what's up.
Maybe throw in a little asterisk there, you know, because it's quarantine, but...
Yeah.
Still though.
I did,
No, you
You could have
can't.
been just
Yeah,
signing
no.
off. You could have been just doing
Yeah, people were out there
pissing.
not doing anything, literally. Like, part of our audience, I'm pretty sure some of you guys just said fuck it. So,
Yeah, we're calling you
so
out.
like, yeah, I'll give you props. That's good.
alright. Thank you.
So have you guys heard that Spongebob is actually gay now?
Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Anup?
Yeah, Anup, what are your thoughts
Are
on
you gonna
that?
join the movement? Are you gonna come out, Anup? It's a revelation.
No, I think I'm straight. But
Yeah,
I think
you think you're straight? I'm straight now.
Yeah, because Fotron wasn't sure 2 episodes ago.
Yeah,
He wasn't
last
sure about
episode,
it.
you know, I was like, you know,
oh,
hey man,
okay,
y'all figured out,
Okay.
but you know, not everyone's figured out. I'm just kidding though.
Anup, what do you think about that?
SpongeBob being gay, like, honestly, it's something I really like could live without, right? But it's honestly, it doesn't bother me. Like, is SpongeBob gay? Okay, he's gay. Like, that doesn't benefit me, so I don't care.
That's right.
If it doesn't benefit me, then I don't want anything to do with it. If it hurts me, I don't want anything. If it doesn't hurt me, it doesn't do it. I don't want, like, if it doesn't even regard me, like, why is it relevant to myself? Like,
Right. You know, that's a very valid point.
But what if Weezer came out as gay? Every single one of them. I know you're a big fan of Weezer. So what
Every
would you think
single
about
one.
that?
Oh
God.
man, that's hilarious.
Actually, that actually be pretty cool, because they've been lifetime friends ever since like 1999. So yeah, I think Weezer coming out as gay. That's something I really actually want to see, because they.
You want to see it happen?
I kind of want to see.
This is at Weezer. And
Weezer, if you're watching
wants
this,
to see you guys.
it's alright, man.
Weezer, if you're watching this, come on the podcast. Come defend yourself. Defend your
Exactly.
homosexuality.
Defend your I don't know, what is it, ungayness or something? Yeah, defend
Or
that.
come out.
Sexual orientation.
the podcast exclusive.
Or come out, yeah. You know, the podcast is very
Very
gender
welcoming.
fluid.
LGBTQ support.
You know, LGBTQ plus, all of them. You know,
Friendly.
everything.
Very nice.
So you know, you
Fotron gamer.
you can't be what's it called on the podcast. The podcast is very welcoming.
Very open. You know. Feel free to speak your mind.
Exactly.
But
Because if
Anup,
you
what
don't
did
speak
you like
your
about?
mind, then what's up?
Yeah. Anup, what do you like about Weezer?
Okay, so Weezer, like, okay, so where do I get started? Weezer, their new stuff doesn't really like interest me much, but their old stuff is pretty cool. The first album, their second album, those two are like the only good ones in my opinion. I know a lot of
Well,
people.
you're like you're a Weezer fanboy though.
Yeah, I
I
mean, but
bet you liked all of them.
nah, like if you're a real fan, then you know how to divert the good songs from the bad.
Oh, that's true.
You actually
That's very
you
true.
actually pay attention to their music. You actually know what
That
they're
is true.
about. If it's feeling forced, if it feels natural, and so yeah, that goes
Yeah.
for a lot of artists, right? When people say there's like a lifetime fan, right? Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
favorite song, like, man, I love Weezer so much. I love all of the songs. Like, but you know, like, that's like sort of a lie, because no
Yeah.
artist has no bad songs. Every artist has a bad song, and that can be mutually agreed on. Like, something that slipped up in the past, right?
I disagree.
What?
So, no.
What?
Okay, what's your
I
opinion? What's your
object. I object.
Okay,
No, I'm
what
just
artist
kidding.
has what artist has no bad songs?
Daft Punk.
Oh,
Daft
nah.
Punk.
Daft Punk has no bad songs.
Okay.
And you will never tell me otherwise.
I think the main reason why you think Daft Punk is such doesn't have
You're my
bad songs.
psychologist. Let's go.
Tell me.
The reason why you think Daft Punk has no bad songs is because
Sir,
you're
are
not
biased.
a true fan.
what?
You're not based.
Bro,
You
I
are
felt-
biased.
You can't tell me. I started listening to Daft Punk last
Okay,
year.
I'm-
You can't tell me that.
Okay, look, I'm sorry that you got
You're not a
feelings hurt,
true
but
Daft Punk fan.
I've been
You
a fan for a whole year. Do you understand how long that is?
I guarantee you that every artist has a bad song, whether it's unreleased in the drafts or it's like out there in the public and they
But
made
not Deg,
millions
right?
off of it.
Not Deg, right?
Yeah. Not that.
Deg, well, Deg, it's too
Not yet.
early to tell, you know? It's too early
Exactly.
to
You're
tell.
right.
Not
You're
yet,
right.
not
You're
yet.
right. You're right.
This is a plug for Deg's music, you know? It's on the
Exactly.
podcast channel. If you go on there, you
Check out
see
his
it.
music.
It's gonna come out on
It's really
Spotify in a bit. Stay
On
tuned.
Spotify too. Everything, you know? He
It'll
makes
solve
some
all your
like
problems.
spicy stuff. It goes hard. But
Anup, I wanted to ask you. We're going back to your TikTok. I want to ask you, what other video formats are you thinking of? Because I know you have the
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
celebrity thing, but you know, what are you gonna do after that?
I know. It's gonna run its course. Eventually,
Yeah.
people will get older, sick of it, tired of it. But that's what I expect. I expect people to get tired of it. Like, man, I'm not feeling this anymore. Like, why don't you just switch it up, right?
Yeah, you gotta think ahead.
That's what I'm trying to think right now. Like, what like differentiates me from the rest of TikTok? Like, what makes me stand out that hasn't been
Right.
irony, right? So yeah, and that topic, I'm thinking about it right now. Maybe I'm thinking about trend hopping for like a little while, and then as soon as people like know that I'm done with irony for good, that's when I want to switch up the flow.
Okay.
But besides irony.
So
what
if you
are
do
gonna
it, yeah, if you do switch up this flow, like hypothetically, what would it be?
Maybe more skits, but less ironic. Like,
Oh.
it will feature some celebrities, you know, every now and then, but
Yeah.
yeah, like something that like gets a good laugh. Cause my main goal is like comedy. Like, that's like the main point, like the main majority of TikTok creators, comedy. So yeah.
Alright,
I can't
so
dance.
since you know you yourself, you're a TikTok funny man, you know,
Yeah.
man for the people.
You can say that.
There's a lot of other like funny men out there, you know, notably Flight Reacts. How do you feel about it? And, like your competition, you know?
Oh, Flight Reacts?
Yeah.
I don't really watch Flight Reacts. I mean,
What? You still got
Flight
to,
Reacts.
bro, right?
I know Flight Reacts is really loved in the community, but I never watched him. How do I feel about Flight Reacts? Honestly, I feel like he's a really cool guy. He definitely deserves the hype. Like, he's like.
Would you ever collab with him?
I don't know. I don't know if you want. I would collab with him, but I don't know if you want to collab with me.
What? Who wouldn't want to collab with you, bro?
Exactly.
You are the ultimate TikTok man. Anyone
TikTok
would
funny
be
man.
grateful. Exactly.
I'm a TikTok funny man.
You're a TikTok funny man. Let me put that in your bio. That's what you are. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Flight would be very like, you know, very enthusiastic to work with you. We could set up a what's it called, a collab, you know? We could do that.
After Billie Eilish, of course.
Yeah,
Billie
after Billie Eilish, you know, Billie Eilish needs to get on this podcast. If you don't get on this Billie Eilish, I will.
Fofong, you need to stop DMing Billie Eilish. She is sick and tired of it. She is telling me every day. 24/7.
Bro, she's left me on red like 4 times. This is not okay. Like, human decency, bro. Come on, just reply to my message. I've been texting you for the
Hey,
past
come on.
like.
Care. She
Well,
does
one
not
day
want us
she's gonna
associated.
respond. She's like, one day she's gonna say, "Hey, get me on the podcast. I want to be
Exactly. On the podcast.
No, it is.
Man,
the
that would be a
podcast.
dream.
That would
A
be,
dream come true.
No, she would not be allowed on that if she mispronounced it like that. Disrespect.
I mispronounced her name so many times. She would just leave. But it's okay. It's okay. As long as we could say we had Billie Eilish on the podcast, that's all we need. That's all we need. But so
But
that's
Anup,
it.
you
So
look,
we got
you look
the
like a
TikTok funny
K-pop
men.
star. What do you think about the Trump K-pop situation?
Oh, about his rally that got canceled because
Yeah,
people
the
like
Tulsa
I don't know
rally.
much about it, so if you
false
know,
reservations.
Yep.
Man, I'm
Like, do
saying,
you like TikTok people now because they did that? Like, do you like the K-pop people now?
like, oh my god, I don't even want to mess with them. I don't even. Man, I know if I say something or say anything like, if I say anything like, I know they're gonna come after me. Like,
What? No. Why?
Yeah,
they
cancel
hold
culture.
so much power. They hold so much power. The power
Bro,
of
you
numbers,
hear that, K-pop guys?
immaculate.
You guys are powerful.
On the real
Yeah,
though,
you
what do you
guys-
guys think about cancel
you-
culture? Like, that is a very
Oh,
powerful thing.
honestly,
that's happening. It's pretty dumb.
Cancel culture, it's like mob mentality.
It is mom mentality.
You know, it's like-
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And that's like, it's like good half of the time if a guy like or a girl is like done something wrong and like you have the proof, right? But if it's based off loose
Yeah.
evidence, like if one person
Yeah,
just
that's
said that
that's
they
where
did
it
something
gets
bad,
really
right?
messy.
And then everybody
Yeah.
goes on to cancel them and ruin their life, like that's not something I'm with. Like you just
Yep.
ruining
Oh,
just
this is a
ruining somebody's
great.
life just for the heck of it because
This is
you
a
want
great-
you're a part of this community and you feel entitled to do that. But
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a great segue
that's my
because
Followers.
have you guys heard about the Sky Jackson thing?
oh yeah, I saw that.
How she canceled she had canceled this kid by
shit.
doxing him. Yeah, she doxed this
That
kid and
is
his
messed
parents got fired
up.
from their jobs and messed. Yeah. So like, I don't
Doesn't
know.
matter
I
what
guess
he did.
yeah.
He's 13 years old.
Exactly.
Why would you do that to a little kid? That is messed.
Like, lots of people have made mistakes when they were young, and I mean, lots of people say it's not justified, but when we're young, we're just not as mature as we are when we grow up. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Also,
feel like that
people
was way
are
too
around
much.
you influence what you
Yeah, and that was
what
also
you
like a
think is right.
privacy thing, and she had no right to like.
How
you
you
know.
gonna dox a 13-year-old?
She doxed like how old is he? Like 13 years old.
Yeah.
I think he was.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Wasn't she, like,
And then
what, 18?
that goes into the question, like Anup, if you get big, would you do this?
What, dogs? I'm not
Like
gonna do
dogs,
that.
but would you use your like influence to like
Ooh.
cancel?
Oh, you mean like? Oh no, I wouldn't do that. I would never do that.
Sure.
Maybe like, cause if I ever get too popular to the point where it's like I become a role model, right? Which is like really,
Yeah.
I feel like it's really like a lot of pressure on you, right? If you do one
Exactly.
slip up, right? If you say one little
Yeah.
word, like you're over with, like your whole life working with.
One word exactly. That is
So-
very true.
If I ever become that type of status where I have the power to actually quote unquote cancel, I would
Yeah.
never try to abuse that power. I wouldn't even try to use it. I would never get near it because
That's good.
like what's the point
But-
of if you wanna what's the point of ruining somebody else's life? Like if even if they're doing something wrong, something like so bad like it shouldn't be even like fathomed about, like that's their
Yeah.
life. They're living through their own hell. Like I don't care. I don't care about them. That's the reason why I choose to sit out. 'Cause I don't
Alright.
care.
Exactly. That is exactly why your name is I Hate Anup. And I love
Yeah.
it because you don't care. You don't care about either one. That's good.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
Exactly. Man, that is some great like lore. Like you got some like what's it
That's
called
in general
background to
great
yourself.
life advice too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
There's a quote. It
Conduct
said
yourself.
the opposite of love is indifference, not hate.
Ooh,
So-
wow.
Where'd
That
you
is
get
a
that from?
quote to be reckoned with. That is good.
If you don't love anybody, why would you give them attention that they're seeking for, right? If you
Ooh,
hate
yeah.
them, why would you give them attention? You're just helping them like getting more popular, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't care, if you just leave them to the dust, right? They're not gonna get
Yeah.
popular. They're not gonna become notorious, right? So you just
Mm-hmm.
let them like have their
Fizzle out.
two days of fame, and they're gone.
This is really good. This is really good advice. Because you're right. In the end, like at the end of it all comes down to attention. Because
Yeah.
the more attention you give, the more you
Yeah,
get it
he-
like you expect.
He's 6ix9ine, right?
Sure.
A lot of
Yeah.
people hate 6ix9ine, right? But that's why
Yeah.
he's so famous, because he
Exactly.
thrives off hate. So if people were
That
just to
is
see
true.
like, okay, he's out of jail, okay, bye. Nobody wants to watch Gooba, or nobody wants to troll, right?
Yeah.
He's never gonna get popular. He's probably gonna quit, right? If he only got like 1,000 views, he's probably gonna quit. He's gonna switch up his flow. He's gonna turn into a better man. But because he wants people to hate him, it's working so well because he's doing everything in his power to make people hate him.
Yeah, it's a good realization to have, and it's funny how attention good or bad. Like it's like the publicity thing. Like good, any publicity,
it's crazy
good
what
publicity.
people do for attention.
Yeah, it is crazy. I like that. That's good.
You can get attention for the littlest reasons.
Mm-hmm. But that's true. That's true. And it's good to know that we have your back on not using your influence. You know, not misusing your influence. You know.
Yeah.
But
people will still hate on you either way for not doing anything about it. So it doesn't matter to put your energy into
That's true, but if they're gonna hate on me for not doing anything, honestly, I let them be, because if they want something to happen, they're talking to the wrong person. They're talking to the wrong guy, because you're never ever gonna get that out of me. If you don't appreciate the fact that I'm trying to stay out of this, I'm trying to not make things matters worse, right? Yeah. Then I don't want you to like associate with my account, with my profile, with anything, because that's what I stand for. I stand for indifference.
It's also about differentiating between the content and the person, you know?
Yeah.
The character.
So what we've gathered is that, you know, Anup's is like, I guess, motivation
very
is
indifferent.
indifference.
I'm boring.
He's very
and
indifferent, and that's great. And that's, you know, that's a great life lesson for us. We can all take a lesson, a piece or two from that. So yeah, we love that. We love that. Those are the role models we strive for on the podcast.
Exactly.
So
get me on Joe Rogan, bro.
It's better than Joe Rogan, man. Come on.
Yo, exactly. It's way better than Joe Rogan.
You do not need Joe Rogan.
But Joe Rogan is our, like, not even competition at this point. He's a one. He's just a man.
Oh yeah, that also brings it up, because on Twitter, right, a few days ago, they're trying to cancel Joe Rogan, right?
Wait, why?
For the fact that, because I don't know, because he's a Republican, and like he said something about Trump that that would justify Trump, but the fact is, he's never gonna get canceled because he doesn't care. He's never gonna make a statement like regarding the cancel culture.
That's true.
He doesn't care.
Once you make a statement about it, you keep it going on longer than it should have been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like iDubbbz.
And eventually, like, no one even really gets canceled, honestly. Like, people who try to get canceled, like, that just ends up giving them more popularity.
That's true.
Yeah.
So this whole thing is just...
He's literally like saying, okay, you don't like me, deal. He's literally saying deal with it. That's his like number one like motto. That's what he lives by. Because if you don't enjoy him, just don't watch him. Don't associate him. Block him on Twitter. Block him on everything. Block him on YouTube. But you have to appreciate the fact that he has that level of like regarding of himself that he doesn't care what people think. Because that's a lot of people can't do that. A lot of celebrities can't do that.
But people who hate him aren't gonna block him because people like getting
True.
People like
they like to hate on him. They like
not only liking to hate on somebody, but liking to, you know, feel triggered basically.
Yeah. That's also true.
I mean, people are weird, bro. They're weird.
Yeah. And it's funny because like it's like you don't see those people are normal people.
That's true. That's
like
really
half the time. And we don't know. You literally, if you see people face to face, you'll never see it until you start like getting into the deeper nuances of like how they act and who they are. You'll never
really
see
know
it.
Somebody.
Yeah, and that's crazy. People aren't always what they seem, and that's sometimes unfortunate and sometimes also fortunate because you could dodge a bullet.
I saw today. Do you guys watch Chaotic, or have you ever watched Chaotic, or however you say it?
Chaotic? No, never.
It's chaotic.
Cry. He did like videos with PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye back in the day. Basically, he came out for basically grooming like 14 underage girls or whatever. So you never really know. You don't really know who's doing these type of things.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Bro.
There's like a big meme saying Minecraft YouTubers were always like pedophiles.
Oh yeah. Stampy.
I think it was his friend.
No, who was it? Yeah, it wasn't Stampy. Who was it? Lion Maker.
Elferly. I just saw a video about him.
Oh really?
Like,
I don't know. The thing is, I never used to watch those like Minecraft YouTubers a lot as a kid.
What?
The only one I really watched. The ones I watched were I think. Shit. Why am I forgetting his name? The one that Cam Sparkles. That was pretty much
I
it.
never watched it.
Like most of my childhood was spent watching like Jacksepticeye.
Dude, I would always watch like Preston Plays. You have Mr. Wolfles. Was it Big Star?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, Mr.
Agent
Wolfles,
Canadian. You have like
I
all
like
of
more
that. I would
low key,
always watch
like
that.
more low key. Which one? YouTubers. I don't like. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Oh, but that was back
my
in
God.
like
I was
2015.
into that.
That was like when I was
back in like the Happy Wheels days, bro. Those were the days, bro. I used to come back to come home from school. I'd be so excited to watch them.
PewDiePie Happy Wheels.
But now it's like, bro,
Now it's
I was. Yeah, now
they
they're all
making
like. I feel like they're making
They're
bank, but they're
all
all like
pedophiles.
overselling themselves. They're
Yeah.
overselling themselves. Like it's like you can because now like we've all like had experiences with people and like how people actually are. We can see like the things that you're trying to appeal and you're trying too hard to appeal, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. This isn't fun anymore.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Like have you guys ever like thought about have you felt like that about any of the people you used to watch?
Well, yeah. You look back and it's like you can tell when they're forcing it. You can tell when they're doing it just
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
quick buck.
and they're like on the brink of quitting. Like,
Exactly. But
Hey,
as a
guys,
kid, you don't
wanna
pick
take a
up.
break?
You don't really pick up on that. You sort of give in to the
Right.
lies.
We
Yeah.
look mostly into the content and actually into like all that. Like YouTuber apologies to me were so funny before, like because I'd always like skip them. I wouldn't give a shit. Like every time I see the YouTuber apologies, I just be like, okay,
oh yeah,
yeah. So they were never meaningful to me. But now looking back at it, it's like, damn, they were doing some shit. And I didn't even care.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care as long as they were just posting a new video the next day, which is that's interesting. Just to let you know though, the podcast will never apologize for anything we do.
Wow.
we don't
Just
regret
kidding, just
anything.
We regret nothing. No, just kidding. We would apologize to your mother and more. I'm sorry for.
What are you sorry for?
Okay, that bit went. That
What
bit
are you
went
sorry
on too
for?
long.
What are you sorry for, Fofong? What'd you do?
You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for for. Oh wait, did you guys hear about the Yo Mama jokes, bro? The last one's coming out.
Oh
No.
The last Yo Mama joke is coming out. Isn't that like that's the saddest shit?
yeah. Rip yo mama.
Rip yo mama.
Yeah,
Didn't he have like
like-
autism or something?
What?
Oh.
Is he? I didn't even know what he looked like until I saw the
Wait,
thing
what
where
do
he
you
was
look
like, "Oh, last Yo Mama joke."
Last
I'm
yo
dead.
mama joke.
He looks like some. He looks like have you ever seen Tame Impala? Looks like that.
Doesn't Tame Impala look like Jesus or something?
No.
He looks like I don't know, generic long hair, black. Well,
He's
not black.
He's black.
Like he's not black. He's not the real one. The real one. What's his name? Bruh, what's his name? The beatbox one.
Smooth McGroove.
No. The guy who makes the beatboxes.
Ooh.
Let me show you how to scratch it.
Oh,
Thanos one. Thanos.
what's his name?
I forgot his name. Just put him
Something
on
with a
screen. Put him on
D.
screen.
Not Daquan.
Oh, like Verbalace. There you go.
Verbalace.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah,
And
Verbalace.
his discount.
Yeah, he's the
Verbalace
one.
with the
He's the
Thanos.
OG. Verbalace's stuff is so funny. Every time I watch it. But did he make the last one or something?
I don't know. I haven't keeping up with my man.
All these
Verbalace.
YouTubers are like quitting. That's so sad.
Who? Who's quitting?
Yeah,
Like
who's quitting?
they want to quit. Like Verbalace said he was gonna quit. Your mama jokes.
Your
He's
mama
out.
jokes. Smosh, I
Fucking
feel like
Leafy
was the
King
first
and
one
Dick.
that really quit. Smosh, like the first
Smosh,
OG
yeah,
YouTuber
that
really
was-
quit. 'Cause you got Shane
Crazy.
Dawson that's still kicking it. You got
Bro, Shane Dawson, bro, what is up with him? His videos are always on like the trending page.
every
for
time
no
I see
reason.
him, it's something like I saw a ghost or something. I don't know, something weird.
Exactly, like it makes no sense. It's like him and the Tanamon Go like thing that happened a while back.
Is Tanamon Go still a thing after iDubbbz?
Is she still a thing? Bro, she like hosted a convention in Dick.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yo, all that YouTubers. Remember when content comp and diss tracks were a thing? Like you got KSI against Logan Paul, and you had
Oh yeah,
iDubbbz
freaking
against
PewDiePie one.
Tanamon and
What do you think about that,
BT
Anup?
and all the diss
What?
tracks.
The
Like the
KSI.
whole like Not even the KSI stuff, just like YouTuber drama.
YouTuber drama, overrated.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's just to
honestly,
get attention.
yeah, like you look back, like not even 6 months, like 3 months from now, you look back, the drama's over, and you're like, was it really worth it? I mean, it was worth it for them, but was it worth your time? Was it worth your time to watch?
That is true. That is.
They don't really hate
never
each
getting
other.
back.
They probably like got
To watch-
together beforehand to plan it all.
Yeah, it's like
So it
that's what they have
doesn't matter.
scripted beef. Like, would you really like devote your time to watch a group of people like plan out an argument and stretch
Oh,
it out?
that's very true. That is very true. You
why
don't
would
know
waste
if they
your
planned
time
it out.
Why would you waste your time over people you're never going to meet? I'm not saying you won't meet them, but you're 99% chance you will never meet them. You'll never have an association with them. Never will
That's true.
collaborate.
That's
Never
true.
will see.
That's another thing about like celebrities in general. Like,
Yeah.
it's true as
Yeah.
to like
What makes you
how
feel?
you know people are always getting into like celebrities' business and all that.
Yeah, they
Like,
idolize
why
are you-
these celebrities
what?
when they're just people.
Why? What
Like,
makes you
come on.
feel entitled to know their personal business? What makes
Exactly.
them feel entitled to show you their personal business, even if it is personal or not? Why would people want to know? But that's exactly what people cash on, like Cosmopolitan, whatever people, right? They just talk about random celebrities and how their marriage isn't going well. Why would you care? Does their marriage
Why
help
is
yours?
the topic?
It's not even about caring
That's
the
the
person. They
topic.
just want distractions from their ordinary lives and care about other
From their
people,
lives,
their
yeah.
own
Like
Yeah, that
we
could
like
possibly
use it. They use it as an escape, which is like what the heck.
coping mechanism or whatever.
They're just a bunch of media, and like, hey, if you want to consume it, you consume it. Okay,
Yeah, that's
I'm not
true.
gonna change it, but hey,
Yeah. You know, as long as you make the conscious decision of not giving in to that, then you know what's going on with yourself and you know what to do with your life and all that.
Yeah.
Because
It's your time, you do
it's true. People idolize like it's crazy because sometimes I see the have you seen those extreme makeovers where like people like try to become celebrities?
Like what's
dude.
that one K-pop star that like this guy wanted to be like him, Jimmy or whatever?
I don't even know, but how are you gonna do that? You're your
Went
own
through a whole
person. You are
surgery.
your
Whole like
What?
fucking makeover, surgical makeover.
oh Jim Cook.
Jim,
What is it?
Jim
John
Cook.
Cook.
John
John
John-
Cook.
John-
John
I thought it was
Cook.
Jungle
Jimmy.
Book.
I thought it was Jimmy.
John Cook. I
Jungle
think his name
Book.
is John Cook.
But like, there's some
it's
people
like-
that go to our school I follow like on Instagram that idolize the hell out of
Like
these
you're your own
celebrities.
person. Why are you
Jesus
trying to
Christ.
what is your
Yeah.
Why do you make your whole personality around a different person? Come on now.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your personality trait.
Yeah.
Liking somebody else.
That's your personality trait
Yeah,
is
so-
being someone else.
realize self-importance. You are more
Exactly,
important than
self-worth.
anybody else.
Self-worth.
It's like the
Because
pyramid.
Because
of-
a lot of people don't have that, and they feel like they are just, you know.
If you ever
they're
need help,
just-
contact Fotron Gamer or Beg. They will help you.
And
Right?
like,
That's what
honestly,
I'll-
if you do,
The
I'd
po-
probably
this-
like it. I'd
This
respond.
podcast does everything.
That's right. Plug it in there. Plug it in there.
But it's
We
like the-
are.
Like it's like the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where you have like at the lowest you have like the basic needs, and at the top you have self-actualization. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
caring about yourself and not caring about other people, basically. Just want to throw it in for the people that know.
Always
Yeah, that's true.
prioritize yourself, because you
So at the
if
end
you
of the
don't
day,
Only
if you want to
yourself
make
can
things
make
happen.
you happy, basically.
Yes,
can't
only
depend
you
on
can
other
make
people for
yourself
your
happy.
happiness.
If you want to help other people, you have to help yourself first.
hmm
You can't
That's the
just
thing about
put-
a bunch of like toxic relationships too, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
people
don't
put
love
their like
themselves, so
self-worth.
they
Yeah,
can't
they put
really
their
love
self-worth in
somebody
someone
else.
else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If
It's just
if you
And
devote
it
your
gets
life to somebody
messy.
else, and that somebody else does something bad that you don't like, what do you have left? Because you gave everything to that one person. What do you have
That's
left?
true.
You have nothing.
Yeah,
Very true.
that's awesome.
People that
It's
don't
really
love
true.
themselves just toxic.
You gotta love yourself.
So yeah, just love, like, it doesn't really matter. Once you like get out of the need to conform to society, which I mean, it's a very like logical need, you know, because how else are you gonna get like friends and
We're all
stuff?
guilty of it at the end of the day.
But yeah, we're all
Yeah.
guilty of that. But as soon as you realize that, you know, you can't put that above, like, you know, being comfortable with yourself and having your own self, like, realizations and passions and goals. Like if you don't have that, if you like put your own goals above of like others, the ones others set for you or the ones that other people have made, then yeah, it'd be good.
But okay, I want to talk about, I don't know if you guys heard, or of course you have, but all these all the, what's it called, like cosmology or the signs, the astral signs, or like magic.
Oh man,
about that. Like those what are they called? Those not crystals, but
the
those
astrology signs, bro. Astrology signs.
All these like weird like fake signs.
Astrological stuff.
Yeah. What are they called?
Well,
like,
it's kind of like it's pretty what's it called? It's divided because some people actually believe that shit.
yeah.
Well, I can't call it that because I don't want to offend some people, but like it's funny how some people do use that as justification for like their whole existence.
Their actions. Like
it's funny, kind of.
It's all pseudoscience.
Like, oh,
all,
you're
at least in my opinion.
like yeah, because someone named those stars, like someone.
How is some
like
stars
a human?
Personality trait?
Exactly, like someone discovered those stars. So how is that like? Why can't you just go discover your own and make your own like star sign or something?
Yeah.
What's stopping you from doing that?
Path.
Exactly. So, like if you believe in those, I'm not gonna like think any different of you. I just won't agree with you.
Won't associate with you.
not unassociated, because hey, bro, I'm pretty sure some people watching the podcast right now do believe in astrology.
And if you do, good for you. Like honestly,
good for you.
It doesn't really affect anybody.
Exactly, it doesn't affect your personality as long as your personality isn't shit. Like, it's okay. Yeah, as long as you don't use it to justify, especially if you don't use it to justify your shit personality. Because some people are like, they're like, oh, I'm a Leo. Leos are like mean, so I'm mean. Like, shut up. Don't.
Or if you judge others based on it, you're kind of a shit person.
Yeah, like that's not. You can't. You everything in like I don't know, reality and existence is a choice. Like you have a choice to be everything. To do what you do, your actions are all your choice. So you can't really blame it on one thing and say, that's the reason why I did this, and it's the only reason why I did this. Like, you can't do that. So
that's interesting though. Do you guys believe in that you all have a choice, or is everything predestined?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Because I have my own opinions about it, but I want to hear you guys.
Let's let the guest star go first, shall we?
Yes.
All right, with my pleasure. I think the whole topic about destiny, right?
Yeah.
It's complicated. Okay, so you will live and you will die. Okay, everybody, that happens to everybody. I think about destiny, about pre-made like consequences of how you're gonna end up, right? I think that's more on the side where I don't believe on, because even though we all die the same, right?
Yeah.
We're all gonna decompose one way or another. I feel like honestly, no, your choices matter, like how you're gonna end up, right? You live to leave a legacy, all right? And that legacy is tailored by the choices you make, not once you're born, you're gonna be the president of the United States. No, your choices make you the president of the United States. So yeah, that's what I think.
But is everything already planned out, like some universal, time is a constant, so it isn't really, present or past, like everything's already happened?
Honestly, the chances, okay, so let's think about the chances of you coming into this world, right?
Oh, that's a really good way of looking at
small
it.
chance, like Fotron gamer, you could have been a girl. But
that's true.
There was a chance that you were a boy named Fotron, and you happened to be playing with us on Fortnite on the podcast.
On the podcast.
On the podcast,
sure.
Exactly.
The podcast.
And what led you to make the podcast? Your choices. So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Is choice an illusion though? Is choice an illusion, or is it in reality?
Choice. It's only an illusion if you believe it's an illusion. Because you have to snap into that sense of reality that you as an individual, you're your own main character, right?
You know what? I really like that. You know why? Because
you're living in a telltale game. All right.
Yeah.
Living in a telltale game. I don't think I want to.
Because you saying that like opens up a lot, because it's like, if you keep believing your choices are, you know, already happening, like they're already like predestined, then you start caring less about the weight of your choices, and then you start caring less about the way you live, and you start caring less about the like impacts of your like decisions.
If you already know that once you turn by the age of 80 that you're gonna die and you're gonna be like, I don't know, die.
And you believe that to like the end of it.
What's the point of living? What's the point of living? You already know how you're gonna turn out, so what's the point of even trying anymore? What's the point of having the thrill of going on a roller coaster or like, I don't know, getting your first kiss, right? Like, what's the point? Because you all know how you're all gonna end out. You know, like everything is meaningless because you all know you're just gonna end up what?
That is
on your deathbed.
Yes,
that's true.
Yes,
that's why.
That's true.
Live every day like it's your last. Not really, but like sort of your last.
Yeah, don't expect to like, you know, fall down and die.
Don't go
tomorrow. Crazy. Yeah, don't die, bro. We need you guys to view the podcast.
We need your views.
We need your views. But that is true. I think I agree a lot with Anup, and I'd like to hear your take on it, Diego.
Oh, my take on it?
Yeah.
Well, I see your point. I still believe that everything, you know, that time as how we perceive it is just like it already happened, basically. You know, whatever we do was supposed to happen, even if we think, you know, we have free choice. But that doesn't mean that I have the mentality of, oh, I'm just be a lazy shit because I already know I'm supposed to be a lazy shit. It's not like that, right? I just, in the back of my mind, I just have the reality of me believing that everything already happened in a way.
That kind of makes me think about this one thing where it's like, you know, like how cameras work, where you take a picture and it processes the image and then spits it back. It's like how do we like know how are things happening in our instant right now if there is that delay with our eyes looking at like things around us and then going it back to us, relaying it back to our brain, and our brain's interpreting that information and we're perceiving it. But in those milliseconds where like you know, that the information is being sent, like what's happening?
We can't see it. Yeah. Just like some animals can see radio waves, but
like, is it happening? Is it happening? Is it existing?
Well,
like, what is reality?
A lot of things we can't see, but we can see its effects, so we know it's real, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to get at?
I got a question for you guys.
Oh, hey, podcasting the podcasters. Let's go.
Do you guys ever like thought of believing that there's a parallel universe where apparently you're not named Fotron, but you're the same person? Like, where like every choice you make develops a new, different possible universe.
I feel like that's true.
Like,
I feel like
I chose not to. If I ever chose not to be in this podcast, then that would create another parallel universe. But here I am in a podcast.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's a very valid statement.
No, but yeah.
So you know what? I kind of do believe with that. I do believe in that. In
parallel universes.
Like at a certain extent, I guess. I believe in that parallel universes. But I also believe in like you know what you said about that, like the chances of us being alive. That's also a real thing. Like how are we just like alive in this moment?
We all won the race to the womb, basically.
Yeah.
So like, oh shit. But that's true. So out of like the how many millions and I don't know how much run counts, but out of those possibilities, we all like all 7 billion of us all, you know, won that race and we're all here. And so it really does justify the theory of everything being predetermined.
That could have been predetermined.
In a little like, you know, in a like small sense, it kind of does disprove it. Nah. But at the end of the day, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
And we probably will never know. You know? Because as you see it, I understand how you see it, because you see it in like a more like a mathematical sense. as in where like our reality is like based on like a constant. In our reality, time is a constant, but maybe in another like higher dimension, it might not be, and they're able to freely pass forward and back. And what if they did come into ours, and they were able to pass forward and back, but they see us doing the same things we're doing already, which would prove that everything's predetermined, right?
Yeah.
So I understand what you mean.
How we live in the third dimension, so we can manipulate 3D objects, but not 4D like time.
Yeah. But at the same time, we're all living in like the first person, and we're all caring about what we do. Yeah, exactly. Like we can only see ourselves. We can only see other people. We can't see ourselves. So we are living in a state of like, in the sense that we're only caring about. We need to care about ourselves because to us, we are the most important people, and the choices we make for ourselves are the ones that are most important. And people make different decisions, and that carries destiny always changes depending on what decision you make. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, that reminds me of a Stoicism, if you guys know what that is. Do you guys know what that is?
Nope.
It's basically,
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, it's basically that like living the ideology of only you can control your actions and reactions to the things. You can't really control other people's. So it's sort of that focus on, if people die around you, you knew they were mortal, they were gonna die anyways, so it's sort of
but you don't realize your own mortality.
No, well, it's sort of controlling how you react to it, not putting that much importance on it, sort of accepting it as like an inevitability, pretty much.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys a what's it called show suggestion. I already gave this to you, Diego, but if you have the time to watch Midnight Gospel on Netflix. It's a really good show. Talks about this kinda, all this like existentialism shit. It talks about it. It's good. That is good. That's a good.
Put it on the screen.
Yeah, put it on the screen. But yeah, it's something we all have to think about. I'm glad we brought it up on the podcast.
Yeah. I just want to talk about how let's say Anup, let's say you die tomorrow. I'm sorry, Anup.
Cool.
But would that mean your life was meant as like a way to affect other people's lives? Like it wasn't really, you weren't really living, because you were supposed to die anyways. So
I was supposed to die tomorrow.
Was leading up to just like affecting other people's lives, contributing to other people's lives and not your own.
Honestly, my impact in the world is pretty insignificant as of now, but honestly, I feel like everybody could live with the fact that I'm dead. Like, it's not gonna change anything. People are gonna go on. Everything moves on at one point or another.
Well, I feel like you said about anyone,
Yeah, I mean, if the most influential person died today, like Bill Gates, right? He died tomorrow, right? What can we do to reverse that?
They'd find a new, a new Windows CEO, and then at the end of that, he'd be known for his legacy, but other than that, he was just a really rich guy.
Natural or not, everything is gonna get replaced one day or another.
That's true. So would you say everyone, from a certain point of view, everyone has the same impact as one another?
Okay. I think when you do nothing, at a base, everybody has the same impact, right? It's your choices that alter the severity of that impact.
Yeah, I feel the same. I think everyone has the same potential to have an impact, but most, maybe either due to like, having a premature death or whatever, just don't get the chance to, or some misuse their like chance to do that, and they end up, being, I don't know, Jake Paul or something.
But even like an infant's death could affect someone in the future, like Bill Gates, which leads him to, do all these things. So you could say they both have the same impact, just in different ways.
Oh yeah, it depends on the person actually. Depends on their emotion, how they take it. So that's really a trivial question, I guess.
You're right.
But who knows? Everybody's different.
Alright, That's good. I just wanted to get that out.
Good.
I agree with you. I feel like the end goal for everyone is just to leave a legacy. That's the end goal for everyone. Do something to be remembered for. And I know it sounds kind of like
put yourself on the map.
Yeah, it's kind of sad in some other instances though, because like there are people like Hitler who he did do something to be remembered by, but not the right thing. But he has been remembered for it. And that's like some of the situations of like unfortunate influence. But I think that is the end goal for everyone. Everyone just wants to leave a legacy. And
in the end, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. That's all relative.
Yeah, it's relative to the period you live in.
Yeah, exactly. It's relative to the society.
Imagine if like Hitler did win. Like how would they remember him?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like they wouldn't remember him as like a this awful guy. They wouldn't.
Yeah, because everything, like, if he would have won the war, then everything that we learn now is going to be tailored off of his winning, because he won. The winner's right.
And then that just like messes up our chances of being born and all that. So
Yeah.
Goes back to this whole like butterfly effect type shit.
Do you think humans have inherently have morals, or is morals just based off like the current societal structure?
I think it's based off of the current like climate.
Yeah.
Of things. I think it is based on that, because you're like, what?
Humans
20 years ago, you couldn't talk about like gay people without like being You couldn't like be upfront about like shit like that. But now everyone's vocal, so it's like it's a thing where if you don't talk about it, then you're like a bigot. So yeah, I think it is. It's all based on the context of where you like what time period you're living in.
Very true. Wow.
Yeah.
It's been very
insightful.
You guys want to start wrapping it up?
Yeah, let's start wrapping it up.
Alright. Yeah, we have to wrap it up. Alright, Noop. We're gonna put links to like all your shit in the description. And we thank you for being on this podcast. It was really fun. We got to know a lot about you. That's a lot about you. Probably you know what? You might even put you could have put a sneak peek into the future content in here. Sick. Maybe we might do it. And in the like end titles, whatever it's called on fucking YouTube. But yeah, you might see a sneak peek at the next TikTok. But
maybe not.
Oh, yeah, it's a mystery. Find out if you're watching the podcast. But
yeah, thank you, Anup, for probably the best episode.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, this is a really amazing episode that you helped us make it. I really thank you for it.
And we thank you, the viewers, for keeping watching until so long into the episode.
Yeah. I hope you learned something, and I hope you understand a bit more.
Even if you just skipped to this part of the episode, it was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was pretty nice, having your attention and knowing that you were listening to us talk about all this. It's great. But at that, we are the podcast with your hosts, Fotron Gamer, and Deg. And we'll see you on the next one. Right, Deg?
Exactly. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thanks again for watching. Peace.
Exactly.
See you.
Peace out.
See you.
Some of y'all about to be real mad at me, but it must be said. Some of y'all is fat and ugly and unattractive, but that is okay. Just be who you are.